I've been making money in my sleep while having this $32,000 dividend portfolio, and today I'll share exactly how much money that is, how much I made in the last 30 days, and that'll include anything I've bought or sold, the overall performance of the things that I've picked, the dividends I've gotten this month, and the returns that I've gotten overall. This has been a fun dividend portfolio that I have been carefully nurturing for the last 16 months or so. No, it's longer than that. It's been almost a year and a half now. And if you're new to this series, then I actually transferred over some of the stocks that I had at other brokerages into Robinhood because they were offering like a little bonus if you did that. So hence the $32,000 balance. This isn't like I'm getting thousands and thousands of dollars in dividends every single month. The vast majority of this money has come from my own pocket. But as you can see, the total balance today is just over $32,200. And I started in January of last year of 2023 with just $700. So I've experienced some good growth, but I've also prioritized this because I just think that dividend investing is a lot of fun. In terms of things that I bought and sold in this last month, I haven't sold anything. I don't know that I've sold hardly anything in this portfolio ever. It's really not my game. My game is to buy and hold for a long time. So in June, you can see the massive amount of money that Robinhood paid me to make these videos, which is essentially $0. I got 3 referrals from you all for signing up. So thanks so much for supporting me and using my link in the description. It does help me. You can see that I got $15. I normally had been redeeming these $5 referrals for Coke stock, but then they removed it from at least my options of free stocks you can choose from. So I replaced that with Johnson & Johnson. So now in my portfolio, in every future video, if you see anything that's Coke or Johnson & Johnson, you know that money has come from referrals. I've gotten some snarky comments lately about people saying, oh, how much is Robinhood paying you to make these videos, bro? That's it right there. $15. Same referral program as you or anybody else has access to. I actually asked them to be a part of some official affiliate program with them, and they were like, no. We're not doing that. Okay, well, thanks. Then the only other contribution I had to the account this month was cash back, testing out my Robinhood Gold credit card rewards. Because they're giving us 3% back, I'd spent enough money to redeem $10 for something. And so I thought, why not take advantage of the fact that the Robinhood card is linked to the Robinhood brokerage account and make that happen? It was a little bit of a test. It was very easy to do, and so it passed with flying colors, essentially. So in the last month, my overall performance has been okay in terms of the actual appreciation of the assets. Nothing to really write home about. 0.26%, which is less than $100 in difference, but I'm just glad that it's in the green. For me, at least, whenever I'm thinking of dividend stocks, I'm not expecting them to grow a whole ton because I would expect something like an S&P 500 index fund to grow. I don't think these companies are really oriented that much towards growth, though some of these ETFs I've picked do grow some, but I'm planning more on the dividends themselves being the primary driver for growth. So let's compare this growth to the actual dividends I received and see which grew more. So then we can see here the dividends that I got this month are actually pretty substantial. That's very exciting because that means the total that we received actually outpaced the growth of the stock price themselves just appreciating, because we got $140 in dividends just this month. So that means that my monthly return just isolated for this month was 0.47%. If I extrapolate that out and I got the same return across the whole year, that would equal 5.68%. And then that means my average of yearly rates by month is 6.66%. Nice 666 number there. So then if we take each month in isolation and extrapolate that out to be like what we'd get for the whole year, that's what this chart represents. And you can see that I had a few crazy months at the beginning and then it's kind of leveled off here more towards the end. 5 or 6% is really what I'd be shooting for overall, but we'll see what the average is at the end of the year. I'm still hopeful. And I think this begs the question too, what's the plan for the future with this portfolio? What purpose does it serve? What is it really for? Well, for us, the vast majority of the money that we have invested is oriented towards growth. It's equities, it's in the stock market, most of it the United States stock market. And so this is just a little corner piece of it there that I can kind of experiment with and play with and watch things more closely than I would with the other ones, because the other ones literally require nothing of me. This is sort of like my little gym, my little area to play, my sandbox, if you will. So maybe whenever I get rewards from the Robinhood Gold credit card, I'll put them in here and then I'll get to pick something to invest in. Gives me an excuse to look at it because then I get to make videos for you every month because I'm doing an update every single month so you can see exactly what happens here. Total transparency, I got nothing to hide. There's no reason to hide. And you can see year to date on here, I've gotten 5.65% returns in terms of the stock price itself going up. So that's been $1,700 and change right there. And even though that 5.65% isn't as spectacular of a growth rate as our normal investments are, when you combine that with the dividends, overall, they're performing well. So to actually give you the answer to that question, the point of this money, the reason why this portfolio exists is for the same as all of our other ones, to continue to grow long-term as a buy and hold strategy for our investments to grow over the course of time up to the point at which we decide to retire or step down from our jobs. The implication with that time would be that then we're going to actually withdraw money from our portfolios. So there's a chance that we stop the dividend reinvesting program here and we just take that as a paycheck. You know, we take the $100 a month or $500 a month or whatever it is at that point and say, thank you very much, sir. I'll just take those dividends. So it gives us a little bit of a strategic option if we wanted to do do that. By no means do we need to rely on dividends if we want income in retirement, because you can just withdraw money from an account. So they're not providing a unique feature to give us a monthly dividend. For me, at least at this point, it's more of an entertainment factor than anything else. But it has been a challenge and a little bit of a learning curve for me to get into like seeking alpha and start looking up more information about what makes a company able to pay a dividend. How did some of these companies raise their dividend for 20, 30, 60 years even? And then how do you compare some of these different like dividend traps as far as a yield trap versus these other dividends that might pay out a smaller figure right now, but they might grow and grow and grow over time. So it's a really good investment to buy into now. So that kind of thing just keeps me a little bit more entertained than standard investing, which is like put the money in, forget it exists, and then wait 25 years. If you have any questions about this portfolio or what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, then leave me a comment below. And otherwise, the secret comment word for today is lens, because in a metaphorical way, lenses are how we see the world. You see the world through your own lens and your own philosophy. Maybe you don't like seeing the world through the lens of dividend investing because you think it's totally irrelevant, which is totally fine. I'm glad you're here anyway. But lenses are also the way that I'm able to bring you videos every single day. So thankful for these little tubes full of glass. Fascinating objects. Thank you as always to channel members. You guys support me directly every single month. And so that means a ton to me because it greatly increases the likelihood that I'll be able to keep doing this for you and keep making videos. Algorithms and platforms and all that stuff changes. And so to have a core group of people who say, look, we want to see what you're making. We want to be able to be a part of this community that you're creating, and we'll pay a few bucks a month to do that. That means the world to me. So thanks for that. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.